Okay, hello, welcome to our festival. I have this from earlier. Your film is competing in the experimental category. We chose it in this category to compete, animation also. Lou Sumray from the UK, a hand-drawn tale inspired by the antics of the Bowerbird,
Yes.
Bowerbird, that gives an insight into what really happens to all that single-use plastic that we use and so recklessly discard. Μια ιστορία ζωγραφισμένη στο χέρι, εμπνευσμένη από το αστείο που σχετίζεται με την πτυλονυχίδα που μας φανερώνει το τι συμβαίνει με όλα αυτά τα πλαστικά μιας χερής που χρησιμοποιούμε και που τόσο ανεύθυνα απορρίπτουμε. Okay, tell us what is the vision behind this work.
Okay, so a long time ago, I saw a video of the bowerbird, which is a bird that lives in Australia, and what it does is it makes a bower, the male makes a bower to attract the female, and it decorates the bower. So it tends to, for some reason, and there's a scientific reason behind it, but I never remember the science very well, it is very attracted by blue. And so it collects blue berries, blue leaves, blue things, and sometimes it has been filmed collecting human trash. So it's been seen there are videos of it collecting dollar bills, people put dollar bills out, or I don't know, some kind of things. And I was attracted by the idea of human waste being part of the other natural world, or part of our natural world. And it's kind of beautiful and ugly at the same time. I like that kind of, the dichotomy in that. And then, so that was the image that stayed in my head for maybe, 10 years or something or other. I didn't know I was going to make an animation. I wasn't making animation. I've only recently started making animation in the last 6 years. And so I started with that, but I had no idea where I was going with it. Okay. It was just the image that started.
You said that it was selected as a documentary. In some festival. Would you like to?
Yeah.
Do you agree with this selection in this genre?
Well, I'm a bit adverse to labels, so I prefer that. I think of Leonardo da Vinci, for example. Like, he was a scientist, a mathematician, an artist, and I prefer a world that is much more interconnected, because I think it's interconnected. So whether some people choose to think of it as a documentary or an experimental piece, to me I don't know. I don't know that it has a label. Okay. So sometimes when you apply for film festivals, you have to put it into a category yourself.
Is it the theme ecology that attracts you? It's a main part of your expression ecology, or it is just this one, this film?
Yes, I hope. It's all important
yes,
in our world.
But in your world.
Well, yes, it is, but that isn't what I set out with. So it was made in the beginning of the pandemic, and at the time when there was was proper lockdown, and I started drawing, and then I suddenly noticed the plastic forks in my area, and I was allowed to walk a few hundred meters from my house. And so I started picking them up. People looked at me very strangely, because at that time, at the beginning of the pandemic, you thought the germs were going to jump out and strangle you, from the ground. So I took the plastic forks and I bleached them and I laid them out, and I didn't know what I was doing with them. So bit by bit, because the way I work, which is quite organic, I have plans in my head, but I don't have a storyboard. So I didn't know that the film was going to be about plastics. And then the more I made it, the more it became very important to me. And then the more it just developed. I can't say it developed itself, but that became a theme amongst I think there are maybe lots of layers, because being animation, it takes a long, long time to make. Yes. And especially the way I work.
Okay. How long did it take you to complete this?
Maybe 10 months, but also it was in a time where I lost all my work, so because of the pandemic, so I was solid on it. Well, obviously there are days when you're blank, but yes, I try to be solid on it.
So this is your last work, your latest work.
Yeah, it is the latest, yeah.
Are you working on something new at the moment?
In my head I am. Yeah, I've carried it
Would
for
you like
about
to
10
share?
years. No,
10 years.
I can't share. It's a
Don't
secret.
even the hint.
No.
Okay.
Well, it starts with another little video that I saw, a nature video I saw, but I can't tell you because then it breaks the magic for me. But I have bought some of the
Would you like to
bits.
present us what you brought?
Well, I don't know about presenting. I've bought some rubbish.
Yes, okay.
Okay. And I was a bit worried that it wouldn't get through British customs or security. But actually, they were more interested in whether I brought my hair dye. So I don't know if that's dangerous. But anyway. So yeah, this is. You might have to hold this.
Okay, yes.
And I don't know if you can see it.
I can.
Okay. I brought my nest.
This is the same nest we
Exactly the same nest. It's even my hair.
Actually.
Yeah, I shaved my head in the pandemic. And I didn't. Well, I wondered if the forks would become treated as dangerous objects on the airplane.
Oh, the airplane.
But no, they were more interested in. And the box I found in our local cemetery that had been eaten bit by foxes, and all the forks were locally grown. Well, not locally grown, but locally laid down. Sorry, I'm just bombarding you now.
No, that's the point.
That's the obsession, isn't it? Okay, this is another.
I have a feeling that Kim loves it. Loves your job.
Okay, this is.
Hello, Kim.
Represents maybe 720 drawings or
Okay,
marks.
let's see.
So this is how I work.
Very nice.
Okay, so this. I work in a really silly way for animation because I've found since I've started that people work on the floor or on the table, but I work on the wall on very big bits of paper. And I just draw, rub out, draw, rub out. So this is maybe 720 marks, 720 frames. It's the end of the film. So you can see why I've delayed a bit making the next one.
Okay, we see. So that was very enlightening, I think, and reassuring for the future. Thank you for being with us. Thank you for your thorough analysis of your work. And it's very promising that you love it so dearly.
Yes, it surprised me. And thanks very much for having me. It's been fantastic.
Thank you. Thank you, Lou.